Hello everybody, it's time for another weekly tax update. This week I am going to bring to you some information for people that have already filed their tax returns and had unemployment income, so they would qualify now for that $10,200 deduction. This video is going to be about how you can find out your new refund amount and how much you should be expecting from the IRS once they process the amendment for your return. Now, I filed this year through TurboTax, so the software you'll be looking at will be first on the computer, showing you how you can look it up on the PC if you're using a PC, and then I'll show you on the TurboTax mobile site if you happen to be checking on your cell phone. Now, all the tax software providers have now put in these new calculations with this new deduction for unemployment, so you should be able to go through a similar process whether you used TaxAct or TaxSlayer or H&R Block or whatever tax software you used. You should be able to go through a similar process to find out how much the IRS will owe you. And just a final reminder before we start this, the IRS has clearly stated not to file an amendment. And I don't want you to get confused because we're about to start clicking file an amendment on these tax software things, but we're not actually going to be going through with it. So just remember, you're not actually filing an amendment. You're just clicking on some of these options to see your potential amounts. This first method of checking will be on the PC or computer. So here we are, we've already filed our tax return. In this case, as I said, I filed on TurboTax. And you can see my total refund amount with my state and federal. And then you'll see where it says federal e-file accepted, the $567 federal refund amount. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll all the way down on this screen. We're going to scroll to where it says amend your tax return. So you're going to click that. It's going to expand down and you're going to click amend return. And it's going to open to this page where it's going to tell you that the amendments are not yet available. This is because the IRS doesn't want anybody sending any amendments yet. But you'll notice on this screen, if you were to look at it, all of a sudden, all the refund amounts have changed. So at the top of this screen, you'll see there's a new refund amount. So all you have to do to figure out now what your recalculated refund is going to be as far as how much they owe you now will be to open up a calculator or just grab a pen and piece of paper and you'll calculate the amounts. So in my case, what I'm going to do is take the $2,768 new amount that my refund suddenly has changed to, and then subtract it from the old refund amount that I already received from the IRS, which was $567, and that gives me a new refund amount of $2,201. So now the IRS owes me this money. Now you might think, well, that's weird. Didn't they take out X amount? Didn't they take out more than $2,000 out of the unemployment? Well, this is true, but the unemployment wasn't my only income. I also had self-employment income. I also worked for part of the year. My wife worked for part of the year. So there's all sorts of income we had coming in, and it put us into like different tax brackets. So originally all we got was $567, and that was because this was like the first year in a while we made so much between all of our forms of income we didn't even qualify for earned income credit. Now, with this new tax deduction, it's lowering our adjusted gross income. So now the reason we're getting a refund, a bigger refund now, is in part because of the money they took out of us for withholding, but also because now we're getting a new tax credit that we previously weren't qualified for. So in this case, you can't actually see the breakdown, but I'm assuming either earned income credit or additional child tax credit. We got an increased amount, which gave us an overall bigger refund, because now our refund basically is 4 times as much as it was. Now let's look at the TurboTax mobile website if you were to do this on a tablet or your phone. So once you've logged into your tax software, you will once again scroll down to amend return and do the selection of amend using TurboTax Online. Once that screen opens up, you'll once again get that message that the return can't be amended yet, just like you would have on the PC. So now what you're going to do is, if you notice in the top left corner of the screen, you're going to see the little menu lines. That's the little 3 parallel lines in the top left corner. You're going to tap that, and what's going to happen is the screen is going to expand out from the side and show you the new refund amounts automatically. So just like I did with the computer, I get the same calculations on my phone, and I can go through the same process of figuring out the new refund minus the old refund equals how much the IRS will be sending me once they recalculate my return. As I said, hopefully this process is similar for everybody else on the tax software they use. I hope it helped everyone out. Please make sure you like and subscribe for more content, and any questions that you may have, check out our tax resource playlist on the DS Entertainment Network YouTube channel.